Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Marcus is inside a cake right now.
Oh,
We're
that's a weird
we're
tradition.
That is
All
a
right,
strange thing.
The whole cake thing.
Woman out of a cake.
Yeah. I always wanted a dwarf to come out of a cupcake.
It's got to be uncomfortable in there.
Yeah.
That's like one of my fears is like you ever hear of like stories of like a boy in a box, like where it'll be like abusive parents and they'll lock a kid in a box.
Yeah.
And they like can't like, or like prisoners of war.
The man in the box.
Yeah. The rooster.
Yeah.
Or like a prisoner of war, like you get like locked in something where you can't like full up and extend your legs.
Yeah.
That's like my, like, I have like a real fear of that because I'm like, I toss and turn. I don't know if I'm claustrophobic, because not like that, but like I feel like when I'm like in bed, I'm like constantly turning and tossing and turning and moving around until I fall asleep.
Yeah.
And it's like it's got to be like a OCD kind of thing, or like I don't know.
I think it's a mixture of OCD and claustrophobia. That's part of it is claustrophobic. What you're describing is a little bit of that, a little bit of both.
But like I could be like inside a closet or something if I know I'm not if I'm able to get out.
Yeah.
None of that bothers me.
Yeah.
I could go in tight spaces.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me, but I have like restless legs, like where you get your legs feel weird and you're like you gotta move them.
Yeah, so you'd go spelunking, but if someone grabbed your ankles, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. I don't know. The idea of not being able to move sounds terrible.
Oh yeah.
We got it way off course.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
we could just start over.
We started out fun with birthdays and shit, and we were like, "Hey, this would be a horrible way to die." It would be like if a Vietnam vet was given a children's show.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, you like puppets?
The Vietnam Kid show.
Yeah, there was an SNL sketch that had like Bill Hader.
Yeah,
they had a Vietnam veteran puppet.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, it was so funny.
Oh, I think
Anthony Peter Coleman. I think it was. Like,
yeah.
I just took the flamethrower and I went off. It's like fucking hilarious. No, but like
Bill Hader is incredible.
There was actually. It's funny you said that when you were talking about the fear of like not fear but like being stuck in like a cake or something like that.
Yeah.
Like all I could think about was like I think it was Addams Family or Addams Family Values where Lurch got a big cake.
Yeah.
For Uncle Fester, and it's burnt, and they open it up and they're like, "Oh, was she in there the whole time?" Like they baked the cake with the stripper inside.
Hell yeah! I like the cake scene from Under Siege too.
Dude, I was about to say that same thing.
Oh my god, oh man, that was great. I rented that movie several times just for the cake scene.
Dude, I saw that in the theaters with my dad.
Really?
With my dad and my brother and my cousin. Yeah, we all went to. Yeah, there was remember dollar theaters?
Yeah, we had like it was like maybe $3, but it was like they would play older.
Yeah, all those discount theaters always played older movies.
Discount stuff, yeah.
But this one was a legitimate $1 theater.
That's cool.
It was on Arlington Expressway. It was right around the corner from where I lived, and in that plaza was a Publix, and then in the corner was this little fucking movie theater, and they sold popcorn and stuff, but they never checked. And I remember going there. That was my dad's like go-to. My dad's go-to when he had to watch the kids.
Yeah,
was like, hey, we're going to go see a $1 movie because it's like what? It's $5. There's $5, and then we'll go get some fast food or something, and we'll sneak it in.
Hell yeah!
I remember sneaking in whole foot-long meatball subs.
Yeah.
And I remember I watched Home Alone there. We watched Home Alone, but Home Alone came out in 1990. When we watched Home Alone, it was in 91. and then Under Siege.
It was in theaters for like a year.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I saw Home Alone way past when everyone else saw it. But I saw Home Alone there. I saw Under Siege. I can't remember else, but I still remember Under Siege because I remember me, my brother, and my cousin just losing our absolute shit at the Kelly, whatever her name was, Kelly Brock, I think her name was.
I think so.
And her popping out of the cake.
Great tits.
Oh yeah, just popping out straight up. And we didn't know what great tits were, but we were like, I don't know what great tits are, but those look like great tits.
Yeah, I think I was so young when I saw that, but I just knew I loved it. I used to actually so I went through my local grocery store had like you could rent movies.
Okay.
And had like a little, and it was probably like it was the size of like an independent movie rental place. So it had a good variety. And I for a long time rented like horror movies exclusively. So I was just all horror all the time. And what I stumbled upon is like a young boy, and I'm talking like 7, 8, whatever.
Yeah.
That horror movies often had nudity in them.
Yes.
And so I learned like which ones had nudity, and I started renting them based on just what I would be like Species. Like I rented Species.
Oh hell yeah!
Because that chick was hot. I forget who it was.
Natasha Henstridge.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I just remember being like, I want to see her naked. I would just be like, and I was like 8 years old or some shit.
Yeah.
And I would just watch it on my own. I was like, yes. I was just like, this is so great,
dude. Oh man, and it's so funny because that's how we found out we were straight. That's how we found out. Because you imagine though, like at that moment, you're like, you get bummed out. You're like,
you're like, why isn't there an equal portion of male and female nudity?
Why come Steven Seagal isn't showing his boobs? That's because he's a bird chest, buddy.
Oh my god,
that's why he has a bird chest. You little twink, you little baby twink boy.
That's so great. I liked Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme. They hunted homeless people. Did you see that movie?
I didn't know they hunted homeless people.
Well, they would like hunt humans, but it was usually like homeless guys.
Oh.
And then they would be like, we'll give you money if you survive, you know? That was, I don't know, some
shit.
Nutty
I
movie.
forgot the plot of that one.
It was like those really bad early 90s movies.
There's a bunch of those.
Seagal and Van Damme.
Oh, they ruled the roost of those shitty action films. There was a couple that were decent. Universal Soldier was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I remember seeing that. Didn't that have a sex scene in it?
I think they all did, dude.
Something. Yeah, I remember seeing one of those in theater.
Yeah.
Anyway, birthdays. You go big on your birthday?
No, I mean this year was good. I've never really gone big. I've always been very like
When's your birthday?
March 8th.
March
8th, and then I celebrated my birthday. I went to an open mic, and then like my family made me food or bought me food and stuff. And I got some money and some gift cards, and then my birthday celebration lasted for like 2 weeks because a lot of people. It was on a Tuesday, so so the weekends were, like the weekend of my birthday, I was out of town, but I got to go do shows. I went to a Renaissance fair the next weekend. Alex came up and came up here, and we went to St. Augustine and stuff like that. But that's normally the gist of my birthdays. It's nothing. I don't do anything fancy. It's weird because I do comedy, I do podcasts, I do a lot of public stuff. But I'm somewhat kind of weird about like a lot of attention drawn to me outside of that.
Yeah.
So like I've done a birthday show one year where they were like, this is Crespo's birthday party show or whatever, and I bombed because it was just weird because like every comic went up. Before they went up, they were saying something nice about me, and I was just like, I don't like this.
It was like too much.
It was too much. It was
too much anticipation and stuff.
Yeah. It was a lot. But
I hate that.
Even when I was a kid, like we were always like mindful of money, watching money and stuff. And I'm more empathetic towards that than my brother and sister were. They would always want like I want to do this, I want to do this, and I remember I have one distinct memory of this one particular birthday. I think it was my 8th birthday, and I invited some friends from school. I invited I think 7 or 8 kids in particular. And they were like, what is it? What are you doing? What are you doing for your birthday? I'm like, oh, we're going to get pizza. And it's at Kmart. And they laughed at me, some of them. They're like, you're getting pizza from Kmart? That's Little Caesars at Kmart? That's your birthday party? And they didn't go. They denied the offer.
What?
They didn't want, like, because at the time there was like, Discovery Zone. I don't know if you remember Discovery Zone. Yeah. They were doing their birthdays at Discovery Zone and shit like that. And so they're like, that's lame. And so there was a couple friends of mine. There was like 2 or 3 there was like 4 of them. There was 4 of them that said, "Yeah, we'll go to your birthday." Yeah. Who's gonna say no to free pizza? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, all I have to do is bring you a discounted action figure and I get free pizza.
I feel like the Kmart food section was pretty soft. Like, they had really good soft pretzels, and then I think they had an icy machine.
Yeah, they had they had pretzels, hot dogs, a Little Caesars usually.
Yeah.
And then a slushy machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good. I
think it was the one with the polar bear. Like the way. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I'm a seasoned Kmart shopper.
Blue light
special.
My grandma retired from Kmart.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So
nice.
the blue light special nights, and then there was like secret blue light specials. And that was for the employees only. My grandma used to get like toasters and stuff for like 90% off.
Wow.
And like she had a whole room full of shit like
toasters.
Toasters. Yeah, it was like toasters. Just toasters and microwaves.
A wall of toasters.
Just yeah. And so what these kids didn't know was my parents, that was just the food. There was an additional part of my birthday that I was unaware of, and that was my parents took us all to the skating rink.
Oh, nice.
To roller skate, and they paid the roller rink to where basically it was the floor was ours. Like, it was ours for like 2 hours.
Oh, cool.
And then with special instructions, if there was young girls our age, let them in. So
like a nightclub.
Yes, dude, almost like a nightclub. I was not aware. I was unaware of that, but that was something I guess my dad had talked to the guy that worked there. Like, if you see any kids our age, specifically girls, let them in. Don't worry about the private thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And so it was. I just thought that was the only people showing up was kids our age and all these girls. And so it was me and my buddies, and we had the whole skating rink to ourselves basically.
Yeah.
For 2 hours, and like it was a lot more fun. So I remember going back to school, and they were like, "Dude, we had so much fun at Marcus's birthday." And we're like, "What'd you guys do?" Like, "Well, we had pizza, then we went to the skating rink, and it was all to ourselves." And then they did something to the arcade games. They like Jimmy rigged them or whatever to where we'd have to put quarters in.
We
got to play the
free play. Yeah,
free play. And so they were telling the other kids about that. And they're like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. I guess my pizza's not good enough. Go suck a dick." You know, I didn't
too
say
good
that.
for free video games.
Piece
and
of shit.
random girls off the street.
No. They didn't even go to our school.
I baited them with cake and rollerblades.
I'm like, "You want a cupcake from Publix?"
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that was I've had some pretty other cool fun ones, but that was like a very distinct memory I have about just there was one kid named Kyle. I think his name was Kyle Anderson.
Yeah.
And he was the one who was really verbal about like how shitty my birthday was going to be.
Yeah.
And then I'd just be like, "Hey, Kyle." Yeah, man.
Word on the street is everyone loves me.
Yeah. Word on the street is that girl from another school thinks I'm kind of cute. And I totally don't smell like piss,
That's great. Little kid birthdays are hilarious. I went to a kid's birthday once and showed up, and I was the only one who showed up.
Oh,
and then I had to like stay there the whole, because you're in there.
You're in there.
And I had to hang out. I remember like very clear moments of that. Because I was both like, this is really sad.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to, like, make them feel bad,
Yeah.
But I wasn't, like, that close a friend to them. I just thought I thought it was a general birthday party. But it wasn't at Kmart. It was at his house.
Well, that's even sadder. Well, actually, no, I think Kmart would be sadder. To be in a public venue and no one shows up?
Public venue.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have a... Okay, so I can't believe I didn't cold open with this. I went to a birthday party where they had a Down syndrome clown.
What?
It's better. Okay, are you familiar with The Princess Bride?
Yeah.
Okay, Andre the Giant's character, Fezzik or whatever.
Yeah.
He used to say this thing, "You want a peanut?"
Yeah.
Right? Well, this guy had, those little novelty cans of peanuts that has the snake that pops out of it.
Okay.
So
those are great.
There's like 20 kids. He goes up to the first kid. You're the first kid. You want a peanut? And it pops out, right? He picks it up, stuffs it back in the can in front of the other 20 kids, and just proceeds to go down the line for 20 kids.
That's awesome. See, like if he were not Down syndromed, or whatever the verb would be, that's like a genius move, you know? It's like trolling little kids.
I want to believe, even with the Down syndrome, that he was trolling everybody.
I hope so.
Oh, dude.
Because if so, I mean, big congratulations to him, because that's beautiful.
This is fucked up.
Just stuff it, like to just really stuff it in.
This is the sad thing. Even his face paint looked Down syndrome. It was not.
Come on.
It was not done well.
He did it.
He might have.
Oh my god.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't tip top. It was clearly, hey, this newspaper ad is for a clown for cheap. Let's get him, or something.
He probably wasn't a clown at all.
Or like, he was just. He wasn't a clown. He was just a Down syndrome kid that wore face paint. He was just a juggalo, you know, like that we hired.
Oh man, that's. I remember having I had some weird birthdays when I was. I had like an animal guy come. You ever do something like that? Where
No.
like, it's just like a guy who brings animals.
Like
So-
Jack Hanna?
Yeah, kind of. It was just be like a guy, and he's like, "Here's a lizard," and then all the little kids like touch the lizard, and they're like, "Here's a bird," and like, "Here's a snake."
Oh, you had it for a birthday though?
Yeah.
I've had that at come to school.
Okay.
They, that guy would come to the school, and like there was this one guy, I don't know why, but he was talking about beavers. He was like really just like letting us know a lot about beaver activities, but he was really emphasizing that beavers love salt, and he was doing it like this with his fucking middle finger, and we're kids, and all we see is this guy doing middle finger, and we can't not focus on that.
Yeah.
So we're like, yes, beaver. It is like now 50 kids going, yes, beavers love salt. It was fucking
That's
awful.
fucking great. I love that. Those presentations are really like they, like the auditorium
Yeah.
assembly presentations when you're, especially like middle school and high school.
Best.
It's so. I remember a drunk driving one where there was a band and they were played like cover songs, and then they gave drunk driving speeches in between, and their finale was Machine Head by Bush, and people were like openly laughing at them, and they were trying to get like the call, like the sing back. They like they'd say something and then like put the mic out, and people were just like, yeah, breathe in, breathe out. That was it.
Yeah.
Breathe in, and then they would try to get us to say breathe out, and people were just like having no part of it. It was like a legendary bomb.
This is Lisa. She has no head because she got behind the wheel while
Dude, it
drunk.
was totally like, yeah. And they were just like butt rock. It was like might have been one of the first times I witnessed like a true bombing of like a performer, like
Of a musician?
a musician like bombing, or any performer like that. It was one of the clearest, like most.
Oh, was your first one seeing that?
the first? Like, cause I was in like 7th or 8th grade.
Oh my
so, and I just remember like everybody gave them nothing, and even worse, like people were laughing and mocking them. And they have to finish it because they're like, signed up or whatever.
It's
funny, like
it
doing.
was a Friday.
Yeah. It's funny thinking as like, because we like, we've done. You do gigs anywhere, like, and it's like it varies. Like some are great and some are just hell gigs. So they're just performing, trying to get it done. But in the audience, you're just like, look at these assholes. It's so fun.
He's just like, breathe in.
God, I wish I could.
He's like, I'm just making rent, guys. I'm just making rent.
I used to know that. I used to remember the name of the band. They were like that was their gig. Like they went on schools and stuff, and they're like, "Don't drink and drive." They would play cover songs
while showing you graphic footage of beheadings and stuff.
just crumpled cars and
Just okay. You said the guy came over and like showed you animals. Were they like exotic animals or just like basic?
mostly like reptile. No, basic.
Oh, they were
real basic, like low rent animals.
It was this shit he found in his backyard.
Yeah, like corner store Petland, like
There's your
nothing.
gerbil, guys.
Yeah, it was seriously like I remember a snake, but it was just like a basic, like a ball python.
Yeah.
You know, like a very your snake 101. You know, the California roll of snakes. It's just, and then yeah, like a few others, but I just remember him being like, "That's such a creepy gig to do."
Yeah.
Just being like an animal guy with kids. I don't know, something about it skeevy. Getting older then like in your teens. Well, you said you didn't party when you were younger,
No.
right? I liked birthdays when I was in my teen years, and then like into my early 20s, because it was all about like just partying a lot. And like 21st birthday, everyone would do 21 shots on their 21st birthday.
I didn't do any of that. I had a drink. That was it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well. So the thing was,
Did you feel it from one drink?
Well, I was so okay. I talked about this last night. I think in a group setting. When I was in high school, not high school, I was in middle school. I had a friend of mine, a friend named Kevin, and his mom was my aunt's friend, and I knew him through that. And I remember going over to his house and playing like Ninja Gaiden and like having like a weenie roast and like making s'mores and shit like that. Cool kid. Well, his mom was going through some stuff, like a divorce maybe with his dad, and they got into a real knockdown, drag out type of argument one day, and he was like, I can't be here, and he got on his bike, and he was pedaling to the youth group to get. They had like a youth group meetup or whatever that night.
Yeah.
Well, on the way there, a drunk driver took him out, and so I went to that funeral. And this is huge change. This is fucking up the whole mood of the whole podcast. So it gets worse. So I go to the funeral.
It gets worse.
It gets worse. I'm like 13.
That's one of the saddest stories I've ever heard.
Oh no, I'm 13 years old and I'm going to this funeral, and now I'm seeing the whole almost like movie dramatic mom reaction to the death.
Yeah,
jumping on the casket. Let us trade places. Anything, I'll do anything. I want my baby boy back. Like that whole thing for like almost an hour. Like that whole thing, just weeping openly on her knees. I miss you already. Like the whole thing. I'm 13 years old watching this shit, dude.
Wow.
And that was like so. Then, flash forward a couple years, I joined SAD, which is Students Against Drunk Driving. I was it fucked me up. So
mad.
Yeah, and so Mothers Against Drunk Driving, Students Against Drunk Driving. So like for the longest time, I was very anti-drinking. Also, I had a relative who was an addict of some sort. So like that fueled into
yeah.
So I didn't.
No,
drink.
I could totally. I mean that would like.
But
I feel like I wouldn't drink either.
But I missed out on my early 20s and mid 20s, like the formative years. I didn't get drunk for the first time
early
until
and mid
I was like,
too, buddy.
Huh? What's it?
I said early and mid teens too.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
I missed all of that, dude. All of that. So I didn't get drunk.
No, you don't miss it. That like it's different because it's like more whimsical. You know, it's more like exciting.
Yeah,
you know, because it's so new and different.
You know when I got drunk for the first time? I was like 28, dude.
Really?
28.
How did you get drunk? Beer or what?
Liquor, hard liquor.
Okay.
Liquor. It was like it might have been. There might have been a year before. I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
Did you enjoy it?
Sort of. Like yeah. I mean, and then I didn't smoke weed until I was 30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's sadder, I think. It's seeing like now I'm making up for lost time.
I mean, the good thing is not starting early. You don't do any damage like to your developing brain.
That's true,
which is a positive thing.
I mean, but I got CTE from all the fights and shit though, so that
so
went out the window.
You got it in other ways.
So I didn't even get to do it the fun way, unless you like hurting people, you know, like a fucking psychopath. But no, now I think it's sadder because like now I'm in my mid 30s, like I'm 37, so now I'm like, yeah, man, let's get hammered. Like that's even sadder. it's almost 40-year-old
It
guy.
is so funny. Partying when you're old. Like, every once in a while, we'll like tie one on and like stay up late and like really, try like drink a lot. And
You know what the term tie one on means, right?
what does that mean?
It's heroin. You tie one on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, you doing heroin, Dan?
no. People always would say that when they were just partying. I guess that makes sense though.
Yeah.
What you're saying it.
I think I always thought that's what
I've always heard it in casual terms of like when you party for a long time.
Yeah.
But I could totally see that.
I was like, what the fuck?
We shoot guns.
we shoot up there.
Yeah.
I treat my veins like a movie theater in Aurora, Colorado. Shoot it up. Jesus.
Dye my hair
Pink.
orange or whatever.
That's the third one. I'm definitely not getting any specials or anything.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then I guess so that partying happens for a while, birthdays. And then as you get older, I think 30 was a cool birthday because I think the age 30 does something psychologically for girls in their like early to mid 20s.
Yeah.
Whereas like they feel like a 30-year-old is like more sophisticated or something.
Yeah.
Because I remember that being very advantageous.
Alex,
I remember turning 30 and be like, wow.
Yeah. Alex is turning 30.
Who?
Alex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's turning 30.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dirty.
Dirty 30, baby. Yeah.
But I didn't think I like. I don't know. Now I don't. Now I like go out to dinner, like have like a slice of cake. We'll get like a birthday cake, like a modest birthday cake.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you get older, it's just. I mean,
I still like drinking, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I like getting drunk once in a while.
I've gotten into drinking a particular type of wine.
What kind?
Roscato.
Okay.
It's like a very sweet wine.
Yeah.
It tastes like fruit juice, dude.
Yeah.
Like grape juice almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's dangerous though, because like, yeah, last time we hung out, we literally polished off a whole bottle of wine together.
Nice.
Yeah, it was, and like I don't normally, so I was like, all right, I'm feeling it.
You feeling good?
Yeah. And then,
dude, wine's great. You should get yourself 2 bottles, and see where that goes.
no. Yeah, I mean we got hotels and stuff, but like, I don't know, man. The other night I did 5 green tea shots in a row.
Green tea,
Yeah.
just to like wake up.
No, they okay.
Oh, does that have liquor in it?
Yeah, green tea shots are like they're liquor.
Oh, okay. What is
I don't
it?
know what's in it. To be
Oh.
honest, it tastes good. It's real sweet. I like sweet liquor.
Yeah.
I don't like anything bitter or sour. Or anything that fucking burns. You know?
Yeah.
So the open mic at Voussoir was wild, dude. I don't know if you saw the pictures of me on the stool.
Yeah.
Like that was from that. It was like I almost had to do it because just to get the attention of the crowd. Like it was so wild.
Oh, just rowdy.
Yeah, Scott was like bribing them with shots. So he bought like the whole venue shots.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, green tea shots. They had a special on them, but still, like that's a lot of shots still.
Yeah, yeah.
And at one point, there was somebody pumping around. I saw like a tray floating around, and I was just grabbing them and just drinking them. You know, because I just got done doing my set, and I was like, I need a drink.
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah. Just get...
like I was on the stool up there, you know, just to try to get like. The
I was looking at those pictures, and I was like, man, that is a thick stool.
It is. That's the only reason I got on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've done tons of jokes about it, and I did jokes when I got on. I'm like, dude, look at this stool. Like, you break this down, you could build like 5 fences, dude.
I could have sworn you were a Mexican comic having sex, fucking the stool. Did that happen here?
What?
Like people imitating fucking the stool?
Yeah, it depends on the circle. Like, there's a very prominent comedian who he's got like he had posted like some pretentious ass post about like this is how it's done, and all the pictures were him like doing like act outs with the stool, humping it and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's like, oh, come on, man. Like,
That's just like we'd always see that. You'd always see that like hacky like comics like fucking the stool or riding the stool and doing shit. So anytime someone does it,
It sucks because like I want to use this stool more often, like as a good prop or good, whatever, like for visualizations. Like I love when people get on the stool and like pretend like they're driving or something like that.
Yeah,
but so many people have done it. I don't even want to touch it.
Yeah,
I only did it just to elevate myself above the crowd. But then it turned into this weird rock star moment. And then then I stood up on it, and then like Scott said, he was like, dude, I was fucking sweating bullets the whole time you were on that stool.
I was nervous looking at the picture because that's why I was like, wow, Mark, because every comedy stool I've ever touched is like a little rickety.
Oh, super
and like
flimsy.
They're all the same. They're always made out of
they got the cloth top. With
yeah.
And
it's just
bubble,
you're
bubble.
like, man, this thing is not. It's not trustworthy to like lean a notebook on.
Yeah.
But I was like, Marcus is standing on the stool, and I was looking at the legs of it. It's like tree trunks.
Like, it was like a fucking picnic table.
I was like, who made this thing? Someone chainsawed.
All the stools are like that at the bar.
Oh, really?
Like that. And then they had that one on stage. It's heavy as shit too.
Yeah,
man.
it looked heavy. It looked like
That's why I wasn't sweating it too much.
Yeah.
And I think I even did like a Robin Williams reference while I was up there.
The Dead Poets Society.
No, it was just more like his last days.
Oh, okay.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. Have you had any? What was your worst birthday? I had when I moved out to California the first year that I moved to California.
Yeah.
I lived with a couple, and they were like really lame. And my birthday's on Valentine's Day, so if you're like it's good if you go out, because anyone who's going out on Valentine's Day to like a bar is single and lonely.
Oh yeah.
So it's a great like going out and partying night.
Yeah.
And then if you're dating someone, like you just do a couple thing.
Yeah.
So it's been a good birthday, but I remember that year I just did nothing, and it's so sad doing nothing on your birthday. Have you ever done that? When you've like done absolutely nothing, and then also like not hung out with anyone.
Yes.
Else, and you're just like, I'm just going to work tomorrow.
I think my 2016 birthday, that was a rough one, because the 2 months prior, that's when I found out that my ex had left me.
Yeah,
like she cheated on me, and then was with the guy, and then I found out that she was engaged to the guy.
Oh,
yeah, and it was like, and I was in Orlando by myself essentially, and I was doing shows and everything, but like, it's once the show's done, then you got to go back to reality, and that's rough. Yeah, that was a rough one. I got a lot of calls and texts, and it was one part like happy birthday, and the other part like, hey bud, you doing okay? Like, that was a rough one. But I mean that's probably the worst one I could think of in a long time, was that one. I think there was a birthday or two when I was a kid where I was like, I wanted to go a certain place, and then we couldn't afford it,
Yeah.
And then like, it was like, oh cool, what are we gonna do? Like, and then it's got like a cake, and we're at my house, and I was like, I wanted to go to like wherever, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
I mean but that's just kid shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's also like, you don't want to like, it's the worst that people are like, it's my birthday week or my birthday month. You're like,
oh yeah,
oh my god, dude.
I'm not even like that, but I ended up doing that last month, or last month.
Yeah,
and unintentionally, it was just like because
spread out.
Well, because I didn't get to hang out with certain people around my actual birthday because it was on Tuesday.
Yeah,
so I felt like I never felt like a more basic bitch in my life. We should go to brunch. We should get some mimosas.
Let's do it. Let's just throw
yes,
it
bitch. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What was the best thing you ever received at a birthday or for your birthday? Trying to think. Man. I mean, when I was a kid, I remember when I was in kindergarten, we used to have this little sticker program.
Yeah.
Like if you did something good, you got a sticker, and like, so if you like read 3 books or you read out loud or and so you got a sticker. And so if you were able to get all the stickers by this time frame, you got a special prize. Well, my special prize aligned with my birthday.
Oh.
And so my teacher, damn, I remember her name too, Miss Little. I was in kindergarten too. And she knew I was a Ninja Turtle fan. And so she went out and got it, obviously out of her own pocket, like all this Ninja Turtle shit. So she got me like, and a Ninja Turtle action figure, you know.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, dude. So I had like there was like a Ninja Turtle sash thing that she got from.
Oh, yeah, the mask with the plastic nose.
Yeah, she got me the whole nine. I was like, man, that poor lady. Looking back, I'm like, damn, that lady spent a lot of her own money to do that for my birthday.
I feel like I went like I have like a certification to be a teacher here for business, and I feel like I would want to do that, like buy my kids. Like, if I had students, I would want to, like, buy them shit.
Yeah.
It's like I don't have money to do that, you know?
Yeah. No, it was
teachers.
It was super
teachers
cool.
Are something else.
Yeah, I've had some pretty cool teachers, man. I've had some shitty ones, too. But, like, even the shitty ones weren't that bad.
That would be a fun topic to go through a history of teachers we had. Shout out some teachers.
Yeah. I got a couple of them. I hope they're still alive.
Yeah.
You know? I did have one teacher. Oh, yeah, we should do that for that episode. I did have one teacher, I think, kind of flirt with me. That felt weird.
We had a lot of that in my high school.
Yeah, but that was my elementary school teacher.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm like, she was like an old little, 5th grade Crespo. That's
he's a little Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna earn your merit badge, boy. Not one of my recent birthdays, I got a pizza oven. That was really cool.
Ooh. Like a Oni pizza oven, it's called. It's like a little propane pizza oven. That's fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think any other ones.
I mean, and then obviously, you know, getting sex for a birthday, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's I mean, I remember the first time I got sex for my birthday was primo. That was good. That was good shit.
Well, how old were you?
Well, I lost my virginity at 20. So it was, and that was like in January of that year.
Yeah.
So basically that same year, in March, I got sex for my birthday. It was good.
That's awesome.
She let me put it in her butt. It was good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's funny that's like a birthday thing, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, it's your birthday. Here's my butt.
Yeah, hell yeah. I want your dirtiest hole for my birthday.
I remember one time in college, it was my birthday, and my mom and sister came down to visit.
Yeah.
And they came to my fraternity's like house party.
Oh shit.
So they were just like hanging out and drinking with us.
Uh-huh.
And we were all hanging out standing there, and they were all like in like a little thing, and a girl, this random disco chick comes up, you know, she was like a druggy, like kind of disco-y fur jacket, like she looked like Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Oh shit.
But not that attractive.
Yeah.
But she came up to me and she goes, "I want to be your birthday present." And my mom and sister totally heard her. So it was such an awesome and uncomfortable moment. That just reminded me when you said sex for birthday.
Did you follow through with her?
Yeah, not right then, but
obviously that would have been fucking weird.
Yeah, I remember because she had like a full bush, which was unusual for that time. I don't know what girls are doing nowadays. They wear high waisted jeans, so I feel like full bush would go.
There's but like hair down there is like back.
It's back, right?
But it's like controlled. It's not like wild and kempt. It's like full bush, but like the actual around the puss is like kind of like taken care of.
Yeah.
It's I say that as if I'm fucking all these women. But I've met some interesting people through comedy, and I have a lot of ladies that are on OnlyFans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so I've subscribed to a couple of them for like a month, and then once they started upping the price, I'm like, I saw what I needed to see.
It's fun if you know someone, because then you're just like, that's kind of interesting.
I don't know if it's fun. I don't know.
I mean, it's like the whole thing is sort of sad and a huge mistake.
Yeah,
but I still maintain I try to work out that one joke about how awesome it is to be the boyfriend of an OnlyFans girl.
Yeah,
because they're just like a floating dick in the picture.
Yeah,
you know, there's just a torso.
Oh yeah,
and it's a dick, and then she's just like naked, and then she's just like, and she's just like sucking a dick, or someone's fucking her, and you're just, but they never show. It's just but that's a guy, that's someone, you know.
Hell yeah, I love the.
That's a good gig.
I love the audio of a blowjob sounding like someone sucking the cream cheese out of a Rangoon.
yeah, like someone struggling with McDonald's shake.
This McFlurry, I can't get this M&M out, you know.
Like mixing a cake batter.
But yeah, I've there's, I mean, I got one girl right now. It's like she has me as close friends on her Instagram.
Yeah.
So she keeps pumping out content and like, hey, I dropped it down to $3 this week or this month or whatever to subscribe or whatever. And it's like, when you go back to having regular sex or like sex again, it's why am I going to subscribe? Like, I only did it out of curiosity. Like, I already saw, and it's not like we're having sex with her. Like, that was the thing. Is like I subscribed to him out of curiosity. Like, one of them was like this girl I met. She was my waitress on my birthday at Texas Day Brazil.
Oh,
yeah. And I remember leaving a good review on a Texas Day Brazil Facebook page, and then she found me and added me, and then it turns out she was like mutual friends with a bunch of other people I knew.
Oh, that's cool.
We just stayed friends on social media for like a long time, and then somehow during the pandemic, she started an OnlyFans, and then invited me, and she's got a nice body, so like I was just like I asked her permission. I asked her permission if I could follow her on OnlyFans. I was like, is it okay if I follow you on OnlyFans? And she's like, absolutely, hun. You know, or whatever.
Is it okay if I give you money?
Yeah, and it started. She was like, I think her subscription was like $10 right out the gate, which is already kind of steep.
Yeah.
I felt, you know, but I mean, and it wasn't nude. It was like her in bikinis and lingerie. And then I stayed another month, and then things started to get a little steamier, and I started seeing boobs and stuff like that. I was like, all right,
yeah.
And then
pulls the side lip, like
just a little bit, just a little bit of
just
labia.
a little puffy outer edge,
just a little labia, just a little bit. And then it went up to like $20, and
that's
I was
a good look when underwear, like a girl with underwear, and like you just see the sides. It's fun.
It's hot, dude.
Yeah.
This is gonna go into a deep dive into something else. Yeah. It's just me and Dan with awkward boners in a room.
A girl did that one time. I was laying in I was at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, and we were watching a band. And a girl, like she had to be like 21 or something. She was like young, but like college looking. And she just like laid down on the grass next to me, and she had a jean skirt on, and when she sat down, it just hiked up, and you could just she had neon green panties on, and they were like split like that. And wow. I was like, I can't even believe it was like say I'm like in the chair right here, she was like right there, like I could be like, you know, like I could just
why does it sound like a ketchup packet?
I don't know. But I remember glancing over and seeing and being like, I'd be like, I was thinking like, maybe she's doing this on purpose, and people were like, she's like, I'm gonna go fuck with them.
Oh, dude!
Like it was like, I was like, oh my god.
I had it very recently where labia ruined a beautiful moment. All right, which that right there, usually labia is the beautiful moment.
Yeah.
But so basically, I did a table at the flea market recently. And Chris Buck came by, and he brought some. He got screwed on some gigs recently, and so he was bringing his merch there because he was like, I need to recoup some money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he brought some merch and some other things that he wanted to sell, and I already had the table set up. I'm like, I already made you some room set up. chill. So one of the things he was trying to sell was a banjo. So he's playing a banjo, and you're playing a banjo at a fucking flea market. So it's a lighthouse beacon for every toothless fucking weirdo to come to your, and that's all it was. Like, hey, like those.
I like the way you sound.
Oh, I like that, man. It reminds me of my uncle before he molested me. Like the weird shit.
Can you rub your whiskers on my neck?
Hey, can you humiliate me? It's the only way I can come. Fucking. So he's not really selling much. It was light foot traffic that day too. Also, the stuff I sell to get rid of. I don't sell to like make money. So like that's why I make money is like I'm like, oh, what? How much? All right, yeah, sure. Get it out of here. I'm trying to clear up room. So he's there for a couple hours. He's talking to my brother about fast food apps and shit. It's funny. He's like he's the Rain Man of fast food of apps. So I pack it up. And this he's putting his banjo back in the case. Now he takes great care of his banjo in the case and everything. So he's putting the banjo back in the case, and there's this young mom, and she's pushing a stroller, and she has her kid there, and she's with an older guy, and I found out was her dad, and she sees the banjo, and she beelines right to there. And she's like, oh, my God, oh, my God. And she goes and tells us this, like, heartwarming story about why that's so, like, she wants that banjo so bad because it reminds her of her grandpa. And her grandpa actually had one arm, and he configured this little thing on his arm to play the banjo. So he's playing the banjo, and then
with his nub,
essentially. And then she's like in his like will. He was to be buried with the banjo, but she really wanted it because that was the only thing to remind her of him.
Yeah.
And then she sees the banjo, and then she starts talking prices with Buck, and it's not. He's like, I appreciate your story, but like, I got to make some money. I paid this much, and I know. And he showed online how much people are actually selling it for, and he's like, I'm already selling it at a discount. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then a fucking hero steps up. Her fucking dad, like, he goes, well, how about 90? How about a 100? And he starts throwing out numbers and incrementally going up. And Buck's like, oh, okay, this guy's easier to play ball. So then they go back and forth. They like a Pong game, and he says a number, and Buck's like, okay, and they did like a handshake agreement, and then Buck then opens up the case and then shows the banjo, and then the girl starts crying. She starts crying, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I was just closing up my table, and now this is the most beautiful moment I've ever seen in a while. And so I take pictures. I'm like, I gotta get a picture. And then when I'm looking at the picture, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to crop the fuck out of this picture, because the girl, her camel toe was brutal. It was it was a copious amount of labia. It was. I didn't realize how bad it was until I looked back at the picture. It's pretty like, it's distracting. It's a distracting amount, like, and it was like brown, like yoga pant type pants or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was just a brown, a brown smile. And I'm like, oh, I gotta crop this. And it was I think she was aware of it possibly, because she was like, why'd you take a picture? I'm like, oh, I just want to take a picture. It's a beautiful moment. And she's like, oh, okay. And then when I looked at the picture, I'm like, oh, she was aware. She's totally aware.
Totally.
She's out there scouting.
She would feel it.
Yeah, it looked like the fucking Sarlacc pits from the fucking Star Wars. Yeah, I saw Boba Fett waving. It was fucking, yeah. But it was, I just thought that was funny. I was like, that was the only time in my life where labia like ruined a moment. Like, yeah, it was weird.
It's funny, public labia.
Yeah, no one was a good thing, but it was such a beautiful moment, and then I was like, oh shit. So yeah, if I made a collage of it like a couple posts ago, and if you see it, she's cropped from like the belly button up. Because I couldn't. I couldn't put it. Like, it's too much. It's too much.
The star of the show right there.
Oh yeah. It's like, it's a scene stiller. Yeah. It's like Will Ferrell in most comedy movies that he wasn't the star of.
Yeah.
But so that was a good moment. I don't know if it was her birthday, but it might as well have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good if it if it's sentimental.
Yeah.
Flea markets are fun like that. You can find good stuff.
Yeah. Some weird people too.
Yeah, the weirdest.
Weirdest.
Yeah. Well, you have any closing birthday thoughts?
Make a wish. I don't know. Also, don't put too many fucking candles on there.
Yeah.
Just.
I always would get nervous because I'm like, I'm not going to be able to blow them all out. And then I feel weak. Like, you know, like, you're like, you want to feel like you could, like, if you're able to blow all the candles out, it makes you feel like you're young and healthy.
Yeah.
You know? But if you take a couple of breaths, you're like, man, I'm getting old. Can't even blow out these friggin' candles.
Yeah.
You can't.
Also, I don't like blowing on cakes anymore because it's like, I've
might go away.
I've seen when I talk, I sometimes spit.
Yeah.
Like, it's the last thing I want is to spit all over a cake. You know?
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if people would do away with it.
Yeah. Because they should, because it's dumb. As we know, it's
Not
fun
dumb.
to be dumb.
But it is cool to be a birthday.
Hell yeah.
All right, fools.
Boop.